Spanish horror doesn't just scare you. It gets under your skin, digs into your soul, and leaves you questioning what's real. When it comes to demons, Spanish filmmakers have a way of blending folklore, Catholic guilt, and pure supernatural terror into stories that are as disturbing as they are unforgettable. Today I'm breaking down 8 of the most iconic Spanish horror movies, each featuring a demon or supernatural entity that's more than just a monster. It's a force of evil with its own rules, powers, and terrifying agenda. If you love deep dives into the world's scariest cinema, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video. Let's get into it. RAC 2007. RAC is the movie that put Spanish horror on the global map and redefined found footage for a new generation. What starts as a simple documentary about firefighters quickly spirals into a claustrophobic nightmare when a mysterious infection breaks out in a Barcelona apartment building. At first, it looks like a zombie outbreak, but as the survivors are picked off one by one, the true evil is revealed: demonic possession. The demon at the heart of REC is tied to a Vatican experiment gone wrong. In the film's final act, we learn that the penthouse belonged to a priest who was trying to isolate and cure a possessed girl. Instead, the demonic force mutated, becoming a viral entity that can possess and transform anyone it infects. This demon isn't just a spirit, it's a contagion, spreading through bites and scratches, turning victims into mindless, violent hosts. What makes the REC demon so terrifying is its ability to manipulate reality. Victims lose all sense of self, becoming puppets for the demon's rage. The infection spreads with terrifying speed, and the authorities seal the building, trapping everyone inside. The final sequence, set in a pitch-black attic, is pure nightmare fuel. The demon's power is absolute. There's no escape, no cure, and no hope. The last shot, with the camera dragged into the darkness, is a reminder that some evils can't be contained. The Day of the Beast, 1995. The Day of the Beast is a wild, darkly comedic ride through the heart of Madrid, where a Catholic priest becomes convinced that the Antichrist will be born on Christmas Eve. Determined to stop the apocalypse, he teams up with a heavy metal fan and a TV psychic to commit as much sin as possible, hoping to sell his soul and get close to the devil. The demon in this film is the Antichrist himself, a force that's never fully seen, but whose influence is felt everywhere. The devil's power manifests through chaos, violence, and the corruption of society. The priest's journey is filled with omens, cults, and supernatural signs, all pointing to the coming of ultimate evil. What makes the demon in the Day of the Beast so effective is its subtlety. The devil doesn't appear in a puff of smoke. He works through people, institutions, and the city itself. The film's blend of horror and satire makes the supernatural threat feel both absurd and terrifying. The climax, set atop a skyscraper as the priest confronts the cult, is a battle not just for one soul, but for the fate of the world. In the end, the priest's faith and willingness to sacrifice himself are what saved the day. But the devil's influence lingers. The film leaves you questioning whether evil can ever truly be defeated, or if it just changes form. Veronica. Veronica is based on the infamous Vallecas case, a real-life police report from Madrid in the early 1990s. The film follows Veronica, a teenage girl who tries to contact her dead father using a Ouija board during a solar eclipse. Instead, she opens a door to something far darker, a demon that attaches itself to her and her family. The demon in Veronica is never named, but its presence is unmistakable. It manifests as a shadowy figure, moving through mirrors, lurking in corners, and whispering threats. The entity's power grows as Veronica becomes more isolated, tormenting her with visions, physical attacks, and the sense that she's being watched at all times. What makes the demon in Veronica so terrifying is its relentless pursuit. The entity doesn't just haunt Veronica, it wants her soul, and it's willing to destroy her family to get it. The film's scares are rooted in real fears: the loss of control, the inability to protect loved ones, and the terror of being disbelieved. The climax, where Veronica tries to perform her own exorcism, is a desperate, heartbreaking attempt to save her siblings. The ending is devastating. Veronica dies, and the police report notes unexplained phenomena at the scene. The demon wins, and the real-life case remains one of Spain's most chilling, unsolved mysteries. The Nameless. Nameless, 1999. The Nameless is a bleak, atmospheric horror film that dives deep into the world of cults, demonic rituals, and the loss of innocence. The story follows Claudia, a mother whose daughter was kidnapped and murdered years earlier. When she receives a phone call from someone claiming to be her daughter, she's drawn into a labyrinth of evil that leads to a cult known as the Nameless. The demon in this film is not a single entity, but a force invoked by the cult's rituals, an evil that seeks to erase identity, morality, and even the concept of good. The cult's goal is to create pure evil by destroying everything that makes us human. The supernatural threat is subtle but pervasive, manifesting through psychological manipulation, hallucinations, and the sense that reality itself is being warped. What makes the Nameless so disturbing is its atmosphere of hopelessness. The cult's power is not just in their rituals, but in their ability to corrupt and destroy anyone who comes near them. The film's climax, where Claudia is forced to confront the possibility that her daughter is alive but irreparably damaged, is a gut punch. The demon's victory is not just in taking a soul, but in erasing the very idea of hope. The Heretic, Los Herejes, 2017. The Heretic, Los Herejes, is a Spanish-Argentinian horror film that dives deep into the world of cults, demonic rituals, and the terrifying legacy of trauma. The story follows Gloria, a young woman who, years earlier, escaped from a Doomsday cult that believed she was destined to be the vessel for their demon god. Now, as an adult, she's kidnapped again by a former cult member determined to complete the ritual and bring the demon into the world. The demon at the heart of the Heretic is never given a simple name, but its presence is felt in every frame. The cult's twisted beliefs and rituals are designed to break Gloria's will and prepare her body for possession. The supernatural threat is both physical and psychological. Gloria is tormented by visions, nightmares, and the constant fear that the cult's prophecy will come true. The demon's power is tied to the lunar cycle, and as the night of the ritual approaches, its influence grows stronger, warping reality and driving everyone involved to the brink of madness. What makes The Heretic so effective is its relentless sense of dread. The film blurs the line between psychological trauma and supernatural evil, making it impossible to tell whether Gloria's experiences are the result of her past or the work of a real demonic force. The cult's rituals are depicted in disturbing detail, with blood, chanting, and ancient symbols creating an atmosphere of pure terror. The climax is a desperate struggle for Gloria's soul. As the cult attempts to complete the ritual, the demon's presence becomes overwhelming, manifesting in hallucinations, physical attacks, and the sense that reality itself is unraveling. The film's ending is ambiguous and haunting. Did the ritual succeed, or did Gloria's willpower save her? The Heretic leaves you questioning the nature of evil and the power of belief, making it a standout in the world of Spanish demonic horror. 30 Coins, 2020 to 2023. 30 Coins is a Spanish horror series that feels like a feature film in every episode. The story revolves around Father Vergara, an exorcist and former convict, who is drawn into a battle against demonic forces when one of the 30 silver coins paid to Judas for betraying Jesus resurfaces in a small Spanish town. The demon in 30 Coins is a high-ranking entity from hell, seeking to collect all 30 coins to gain ultimate power. The coins themselves are cursed objects, each one capable of unleashing supernatural chaos wherever it appears. The series features a host of demons, from shape-shifting monsters to ancient spirits, all vying for control of the coins. What makes the demons in 30 Coins so terrifying is their variety and cunning. They can possess humans, manipulate reality, and even resurrect the dead. The show's blend of Catholic iconography, folklore, and Lovecraftian horror creates a world where evil is always lurking just beneath the surface. The series is packed with jaw-dropping set pieces, from exorcisms gone wrong to battles with demonic creatures. The stakes are always high, and the sense of impending doom is relentless. 30 Coins is a must-watch for anyone who loves supernatural horror with a mythological twist. Exorcismus, the possession of Emma Evans. Exorcismus is a chilling take on the possession genre, focusing on a teenage girl named Emma, who begins to exhibit signs of demonic influence. Her family, desperate for answers, turns to her uncle, a priest with a troubled past, to perform an exorcism. The demon in Exorcismus is never named, but its power is undeniable. It manipulates Emma's body and mind, causing her to harm herself and others. The possession is gradual, with the demon using Emma's insecurities and family tensions to strengthen its hold. The exorcism scenes are intense, with the demon taunting the priest and revealing secrets that tear the family apart. What sets Exorcismus apart is its focus on the psychological toll of possession. The film explores the impact on Emma's family, who are forced to confront their own guilt and complicity in her suffering. The demon's power is not just supernatural, it's emotional, exploiting the family's weaknesses to achieve its goal. The film's ending is bleak, the exorcism fails, and the demon claims Emma's soul, leaving her family shattered. Exorcismus is a reminder that sometimes faith is not enough to save us from the darkness within. The Influence, 2019. The Influence is a modern Spanish horror film that blends witchcraft, demonic possession, and family trauma into a story of generational evil. Alicia returns to her childhood home to care for her comatose mother, Victoria, a woman with a dark past and a reputation for practicing black magic. The demon in The Influence is tied to Victoria's witchcraft. Even in a coma, her spirit exerts a malevolent influence over the house and her family. The supernatural threat manifests through possession, with Victoria's spirit seeking to claim the soul of Alicia's daughter, Nora. The film's scares are rooted in the idea that evil can be passed down through generations, infecting families like a curse. The house itself becomes a character, filled with occult symbols, hidden rooms, and the lingering presence of Victoria's magic. The film's climax is a battle for Nora's soul, with Alicia forced to confront her mother's legacy and the darkness within herself. The Influence is a visually striking film, with a sense of dread that builds from the first frame to the last. The demon's power is not just in its supernatural abilities, but in its ability to corrupt love, turning family bonds into chains. What really gets under my skin about these movies is how they make the supernatural feel personal. It's not just about being haunted, it's about being hunted, corrupted, and ultimately claimed by something you can't fight. The demons and curses in these films aren't random. They're the result of human actions, ancient rituals, or pure cosmic evil. Which of these Spanish demon horrors freaked you out the most? Did I miss any movies where the demon's power was especially chilling? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the supernatural side of horror. Remember, in these movies, the real evil isn't just the demon, it's the fate that awaits those who dare to look too closely.